Welcome back, everyone. This is the Barefoot German. Thanks for coming back. Let's see what we got in the garage today. BMW M340i XDrive. Let's go take it for a spin. Let's get this car on the road. So welcome to the BMW M340i XDrive interior. It's a very nice place to be. These seats are very comfortable. There's a lot of screen for you, which there's a plus and a minus to that. We've got a lot of information presented to us, and we've got our infotainment, which is very clear and very visible to us. The Apple CarPlay looks great in this setting that it's got us in. But there is a lot of information being presented, and it can be overstimulating. We have also got a heads-up driver's display, which I'm not sure if you are able to see that. Adjust my seat. I'm actually too low now. I can't see it, but that's fine. It gives you guys a better perspective of everything. So as we get this car on the road, I've just got it in regular drive mode right now, but there's 3 different drive settings. There's Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. I believe I've still got it in Sport mode. Okay. So right now we're in a Eco Pro mode. Everything is going to change. All these different drive settings are going to change. The engine throttle response map, the suspension settings, and the steering weight. Right now the steering is very light and still feels maneuverable and quick to steer, but it's definitely not as heavy as it is when it's in sport mode. In sport mode there are different options that we can. So I just kicked it into sport mode. Now that's just the engine throttle mapping, the exhaust, the accelerator pedal becomes more aggressive, and the suspension settings. But there are 3 different settings. There's Sport Individual, which you can go in and configure individual settings. There's Sport and Sport Plus. Now I'm going to change the transmission into Sport. So this is automatic sport, meaning that my transmission will still change automatically until I hit these paddles. So now that I've hit the paddles, I have to change, and it will actually hit the rev limiter if I don't. And when you do get up there and high in the revs, the shift lights come on and tell you to shift. So now I'm back in automatic shifting for sport mode. This car is definitely a driver's car amongst its peers. So in its class, this car I believe is the best bang for your buck. It's one of the most expensive offerings that you have. So in that lineup you have this car, the M340i XDrive. You have the Mercedes C43 AMG, the Audi S4, and the Genesis G70. Of those cars, this is second most powerful, the Mercedes being the most powerful, but there are some reliability questions when it comes to its powertrain. It's got 400 horsepower being pushed through its 2-liter turbocharged engine, and people are concerned with the longevity of it. But this is a tried and true engine. It's the B58 turbocharged inline 6-cylinder that BMW is famous for. Shares an engine with a bunch of other models in the lineup that they provide right now. So back to the handling. So this is BMW's famous chunky steering wheel. It's a great steering wheel, feels great in your hands, and it enables you to get this car into the apexes, which is what this car is built for. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. This car is on rails. it definitely is one of the cars that you have to engage with more as you drive it. Then I would say it's competition. The Audi, I have driven an Audi S4. They aren't as affected by every little thing that is in the road. This car really gives you a lot of feedback and engagement when you drive it. Like I said, the turbocharged inline 6-cylinder, 3-liter turbocharged inline 6-cylinder, 382 horsepower. In this particular model year, 2023, this had 369 pound-feet of torque, which now I believe is up to 389 pound-feet of torque in the 2025 model. But it gets up and goes. 0 to 60, 3.7 seconds in this particular model. I believe that gets a little bit longer and elongated as you go into the newer model years, because I believe the mild hybrid systems are getting more aggressive and they're adding additional weight to the vehicle. So in the 2025, BMW claimed 4.1 seconds 0 to 60. Motor Trend tested the 2023 models with 3.7 seconds, and I believe they got a slower time with the newer versions. So, but 382 horsepower, I don't believe is an accurate number. We all know the Germans don't disclose exactly how much horsepower their vehicles are making. And because in Germany, if you claim a certain horsepower number, every unit that you produce has to put out that horsepower figure minimally. Meaning, at the very minimum, every single M340 had to produce 382 horsepower. So most of the time, the engines are putting out above that. I'm not sure what the delta is, what the margin is for the increase average above the 382 horsepower, but most German vehicles are actually putting out more horsepower than they're claiming. I believe this car is the best bang for the buck. Although it is one of the more expensive cars in the lineup, I think you get many more features. It's a best in its class for fuel economy. I believe it's 26 city and 32 highway. Or maybe it's 24 city and 32 highway, and a combined total of 26. But overall, it's got a very large tank. It can go around 470 miles on a tank before empty if you're not doing sporty driving. But overall, it's a very nice place to be. Handles very precisely, gets you into the corner very quickly, takes apexes. Very confidence inspiring. And as I mentioned, there is a lot of content options available to you. You've got regular miles per hour, we've got MPGs, we've got lane keep assist, we've got directions. So this is if you punch in an address on the navigation. In BMW's iDrive system itself, not necessarily Apple CarPlay, it will show you directions here. And then you've got G-forces and your music. I typically like to keep it on the miles per gallon because that interests me. You also have different configurations that you can put in your heads-up display. So you can have navigation, you can have your speed and your road centering. Overall, everything's fairly intuitive. The climate control is okay. It's not my favorite. You have touchscreen settings always available to you on the bottom right here. And you can just manually adjust those, and they do have a climate menu button that you can press and go into the different climate settings. Now, the climate is on very high right now, and I don't feel like it is on very high. I feel like it's about half of what it should be. So take that with a grain of salt. Let's see if we turn on this max AC. So there, it finally kicked on. Rock slide. But I don't understand if it's on very high, why it's not putting out the highest airflow that it could be. And that only happens when you turn on max AC, and then it turns all the temperatures to the lowest setting. Don't really understand that. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but I prefer other air conditioning systems and other manufacturers. So what are you getting for 70 grand? You're getting one of the best performing cars in its class. You're getting the best gas mileage. You're getting 3-liter turbocharged inline 6 cylinders paired with the ZF 8-speed transmission, which is a very good pairing, very renowned transmission. Gets up and goes. In the interior, it's very comfortable. These seats are the standard seats. I would totally recommend these seats. I don't think you need to spend the extra money. These are comfortable enough. We've got a heated steering wheel. We've got heated seats. We've got wireless Apple CarPlay. We've got a wireless charging pad, as well as a USB port that if you need it up here, you can also charge your phone with it. There's also additional USB-C port in the center console under the armrest. And we've got a couple of cool features in this car. So it's got the level 2 adaptive cruise control, which is going to not just lane keep assist, lane center you. What that means is it will keep your car in the center of the lane using its technology, its radar, and its sensors. Lane keep assist just senses the lines on either side and will bump you back into the middle if you happen to hit one of those lines. But not only does this car have that, it also has a limit function. I'm actually going to turn around right here at this beautiful overlook. And what the limit function does is it's similar to cruise control, but in this car, this particular vehicle has the Driver Pro Assistance package, which I can set. You turn on the cruise control, you don't engage it, so you're driving normally, and then you hit the limit button. Now the limit button will then stop you from going over whatever speed you just set it at. I just set it at 33 miles an hour. And let's go into comfort mode. And no matter what mode you're in, if you're just giving minimal throttle input, it won't climb over that limit setting, which is nice because, so that is standard in all the models that you get. What the Driver Assistance Pro package does for you is if you engage this system and you turn on so that it works in company with the traffic sign recognizing technology that this car has as well, it will automatically adjust the limiter to whatever the speed limit on the current road you're traveling on is. So I'm on a 30 mile an hour road right now. If I were to set it and forget it, and then I get onto a 40 mile an hour road, it would then increase the limit to 40 miles an hour automatically, depending on what speed limit it last read, which I think is a very cool feature. And all you have to do to override this is you have to go down the kickdown point on the throttle pedal, which is similar to an engagement point on a clutch pedal. But so let's just test it. Went past the kickdown point and the car takes off. And the car automatically switches into a sports setting once you aggressively go past the kickdown point, which is a very cool feature. I love it. I think the limit feature is handy and useful. I think I would use it fairly often because this car does pick up speed very quickly, and you're going a lot faster than you think you are very quickly. Another thing that I want to talk about with this car is the suspension. Now, like I said, it's the driver's vehicle. The suspension is a little bit more aggressive than probably most people are used to. I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable, but I would describe it as a little bit more crashy than what other people might be used to. Again, like I said, it's not uncomfortable, but you definitely feel the road a lot more in this vehicle because it's set up that way. Still easy to get along with, still can be more than a daily driver, but it is definitely a sports sedan, and it reminds you of that every time you drive it. Another thing that is very good with this vehicle is its audio. Its sound system is a Harman Kardon. This is the premium sound system that it comes with, but it is amazing. I don't think that you can get a better sound system at this price point in a vehicle. It's really engaging, everything's very clear, the bass is deep, and you can feel it. I've very much so enjoyed listening to music in this car. If you don't want to listen to the amazing sound that the engine makes. Speaking of which, I'm going to go back into Sport Plus, transmission in Sport. Overall, this car is just a very amazing car to drive. Very cool experience, very engaging, keeps you coming back, makes you excited to get in the car and get on your way, whether that be home from work, out to dinner, or just wherever you need to get to. You're excited to pull the door handle and start the car. Let me know what you guys think of the cars in this segment, which is the luxury compact sports sedan. What would be your choice? Whether it be one of the cars that I mentioned or something else that's on your mind. I know a lot of people would possibly consider the Dodge Charger Scat Pack to be similarly equipped. Take a minute to appreciate the scenery. So thank you so much for watching today's review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know what vehicle you want me to take a look at next. See if I can get my hands on it, and we'll take it for a drive, take it for a review. Also, I'm working on getting the motorcycle vlogs up. So let me know. I have a couple of motorcycles that I'm going to test, including my own personal Yamaha Bolt. But let me know what motorcycles you want me to review and take for a spin. Also, any other content that you guys are looking to do, anything that's in the automotive industry, whether it be comparisons or anything in the realm of understanding a vehicle or a certain segment better, or something in the automotive industry. More than happy to take a look at that. Go ahead and leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out with, I know every YouTuber says this, but in the algorithm, those are the things that count. Stay tuned. I'm going to take a look at some other exciting vehicles. I've got some Porsches in mind, possibly some other exotic vehicles that I can get my hands on. So stay tuned for those. Don't forget about the past videos that I've done. Feel free to comment about those as well. What mods are you guys wanting to see on my 2023 Audi S3? Beautiful view right there. But let me know. I'm open to all ideas, and I will do my best to see what I can get my hands on. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thanks so much for watching again. I really do appreciate it. Every single view that I get, I'm very grateful for everything that you guys, all the time that you guys spend watching me, and I'm here to bring you guys some informational enjoyment in the automotive industry. So thanks again, and I'm the Barefoot German. Don't forget to make someone smile today.